Hi guys, so right now we want to dive into Pythagoras theorem. So what's Pythagoras theorem about? Before we go into the theorem of Pythagoras, let's first identify the sides of a right angle triangle, because before a Pythagoras theorem can be used, there must be a right angle triangle. So looking at this first one here, in a right angle triangle, I'm considering this triangle here. In a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is the slant side. Now this is the slant side. Okay? So H is the hypotenuse. Then these other sides are the adjacent sides. As simple as that. Okay? No matter how the triangle is facing, the slant side, which is actually the longest side, is the hypotenuse. Okay, so please don't be confused by what I just said. I said the hypotenuse is always the longest side, but looking at this triangle, I only denoted this with 1. It doesn't mean that this 3 is bigger than 1 and then this 3 is longer than 1. No, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle. So 1 is the hypotenuse, 2 and 3 are the adjacent sides. So what is Mr. Pythagoras saying? Okay, coming back here, Mr. Pythagoras is saying the square of the hypotenuse. Where is the hypotenuse, first of all? Considering this one. Where is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is B, right? So I'm going to write B square, because he said the square of the hypotenuse. So square of B equals the sum is plus, of the square of the adjacent sides. So this is one adjacent side, that's A, right? So I'm going to write A square plus, what is the other adjacent side? C. So that is going to be C square. Boom. That's Pythagoras theorem. Okay, looking at this other triangle here. Let me change the color. This other triangle says the hypotenuse here is G. So it's going to be G squared. Separate it. G squared, because it said square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the adjacent sides. Adjacent sides are P. We have P here. So this is P square. And finally we have an M right there. So this is M square. So that's the Pythagoras theorem. So how do we apply Pythagoras theorem? There is an example right here. Let's get to it. So here, what is the value of n? This n right here. Using Pythagoras theorem, sum of the hypotenuse. Here we have n squared. Square of the hypotenuse. N squared equals the sum, okay, of 4 square and 3 squared. Okay, let's do the maths. So this is n squared equals, what's 4 square? 4 square simply means 4 times 4. 4 times 4 gives me 16. Plus, now what is 3 square? 3 square simply means 3 times 3, which will give me 9. Now, Mr. n square, which is the hypotenuse, equals 16 plus 9 is 25. Okay? But we're not looking for n square, we're looking for n. So in order to get n, we'll consider n as a we'll consider it as a magician. So there is a bug disturbing the magician. The bug is the square. So the magician n turns this bug to a house for 25. He doesn't want to be disturbed for 25. Now, what is the square root of 25? The square root of 25 is 5. So our answer is 5 meters. So actually, in the Pythagorean triple, they call this the 3, 4, 5 triangle. All right. So I hope this is clear. We're going to be using this concept to solve more problems on Pythagoras theorem. Thank you for watching.